Hey friends, what's up? Red Mac Gaming here. Welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 15 on Manchester. Alright, so I can't remember what amount of money we had last time, but we're almost at the 4 million mark. I think we had just broken the 3 million mark last episode. Well, off camera, I've been selling some more silage and whatnot, and got up to 3.8k. I know it says 3.6 million now. I said K in the first. I got up to 3.8 million. Now we're down to 3.6 million, but I'll show you why. And mainly because I couldn't resist, basically. And one of the pieces of machinery are very well needed. We got the 8430 tracks. Very nice tractor. I've been needing another tractor for a while, or at least another tractor with a lot of horsepower to do some more disking, or ripping, whatever you want to call it. Some more plowing, whatever you want to call it. So that's the first thing we bought. And that's by the same guy who made the 8430 dual tractor we have. So that's pretty cool. Still got our full thing of silage here. Then this recently came out on a Facebook page I recently liked. Obviously on Facebook. American Farming Photography is the page. It didn't recently come out. It was like August it came out, but I recently liked it and recently got it. And I was debating whether or not to get it, but since it is a public page, I think it's alright to do this. But very nice Case IH 240 CVX Puma. Worked on by a very nice modder, Timber 131, if I do remember that right. Actually, I think his name is on the loaders to this. Loaders. Yeah, there's his signature right there. That's his signature icon. So he was involved in making this. You don't see much of his work on my channel because his work is mainly European tractors. But he got together, or an American modding company group got together with him, or he got together with them and made the American version of it. Still has 3-point PTO on the front, which is, in my opinion, pretty nice. And it sounds pretty cool too. Just a nice crisp, clear engine sound. And very nice IC too. And I believe this actually works, so if you have like a trailer on the back, the fuel level, this will actually fill up, which is pretty nice. So yeah, pretty nice tractors. Anyway, yeah, still selling some silage, and very disappointing harvest, to say the least. Yeah, we have 44,000 liters of soybean, but that's the first and only load off of this big old field. And if you look at the soil mod, it is a dead field. And I think that wheat field there is a dead field as well. And the reason I didn't plant this field in wheat is because this is another dead field. Is it? Okay, it was low. It was dead. It's dead in moisture. So we're probably gonna get some slurry on here so we can get some nutrients and some PK in there as well. But on that middle one, we're gonna have to spread some solid manure. Get some serious nutritions going in there. Yeah, this is just completely dead. No moisture. Only thing it has going for it is some weed protection. That's the only thing it has going for it. It's as good at pH though. So that's where I'm torn. And this is doing alright. pH could be a little higher, but nutrient levels are average for now. Still gotta get some weed protection on it. But anyway, nonetheless, we have to move on with our lives. Get ready for some soybean crop? No, sugar beet crop. And oops, pressing all the wrong buttons. And yeah, just gotta keep on going. We'll still make some money off of it. We'll probably make a profit. I don't really keep track of how much we put into fields before the harvest. So it is what it is. Our blink is in beacon zone. So don't know when this is gonna get out, but I know it's definitely gonna be after Christmas, considering it's after Christmas when I am recording it. So hopefully y'all had a good Christmas. Hopefully y'all got what you wanted. I don't ask for much on Christmas, but the few things I did ask for, I did get. So that's pretty awesome. Got Just Cause 3 for the PS4. I'll probably be making videos on that pretty soon. Still learning the ropes. Still getting used to the controls and whatnot. Got some of my favorite collectible trucks. Very nice when I can get those. And of course, got the Christmas money, so that's pretty good. And yeah, overall had a really good Christmas. And let's just say those pigs we sold the other day, in last episode, I saw them again. They looked different, but I saw them again for sure. And saw some of the Christmas beefs too. Oh yeah. Go ahead and wash this off. So yeah, I don't know when this episode is going to get out. I would like to have it out by the end of today, which I believe today's the 28th. Yeah, I'd like to get it out by the 29th for y'all. But as of recently, my internet is all kinds of screwed up. Like, it's just, it'll work, but then it won't. And when it does work, it's slower than a snail. So, like, at the moment, only thing it's really good for is watching YouTube and maybe some live streams. So that is where I stand on that. Like, I haven't tested going on multiplayer Minecraft yet, but I kind of don't want to, to be honest. Alright. Go ahead and drop this. Because I will park that with something that's a little easier to maneuver. Park this in here. I have the Massey Ferguson going on the canola, which is all in as of right now. Check our fill levels on everything. We got canola, 87,000 liters. It's alright. We had some dead fields in the canola area as well, so it is what it is. Uh-oh, lag. So it seems like everybody enjoyed the login speed up last episode. Got some really good feedback on that. Oh yeah, forgot about this. So this is something I'm actually testing out. It's an older mod by it's on marhu.net's website, or Marhu's website, marhu.net. Forget exactly who did it, but it is it's a feed mixer for potato and sugar beet. So you put potato or sugar beet in here, it grinds it up and dumps total mix rations or feed, TMR, whatever you call it. You're supposed to put it right at the feeding trough, but I decided it's $57,000 to buy this thing, but I wanted to see if putting it in front of this pile, the storage pile, if it will work. I've never seen anybody test it like this, or never heard of anybody testing it like this, so we're about to find out. Well, we're not about to, because we are all ahead of potatoes and beets. Actually, we never had beets, so... Actually, yeah, we did. Once. But pretty soon, both of these beasts will probably be out in the field. Mainly, I think we're going to mainly do sugar beet. Is what I'm thinking. Let's go ahead and get this soybean off the field. Because like I said, we gotta spread some manure. That's probably what we're going to do today. I don't know how long it's going to take me to actually get ready for it, but we're about to find out. We are definitely about to find out. Alright, take some tea. Nice. I'm also getting a little stuffy. I don't know if you guys can tell it in my voice. I can tell a little bit that I'm a little stuffy, but like all of my nasal cavities is all congested and whatnot. I know, very, very wonderful pictures I'm describing for you. Describing? Painting in your head. I don't know. But yeah, if I sound a little different, that's why. It's just what it is. Especially with the weather here in PA. What the frick, man? What the frick is honestly what the weather is. It was 70 degrees on Christmas, but the next day it was 40. And it is currently, give me a second. It is currently 39 degrees out there. So we went from 70 on Christmas, 70 degrees in PA, to 39 degrees. Like, nighttime temperatures are even worse. Nighttime temperatures are constantly below 30. So, I don't know what the heck Mother Nature is smoking, but she's on something. That's for sure. It didn't even really feel like Christmas this year, because it felt like I was about to go out to a pool and start swimming, because it was nice outside. Despite the fact that it was raining and foggy. But yeah, whatever. Mother Nature is on crack or something. That's for sure. And I don't really like the warm weather. Like, I don't know, I'm weird. I like the warm weather in spring, summer, sometimes in fall, but in winter it has to be cold. It has to be cold or else I don't like it. I don't know, I'm just one of those. I like seasonal temperatures. If the temperatures fit the season, I'm fine. But I don't know, I'm weird. It's hard to describe it. Ah, sweet, it's right here. So we actually have the 348, I think it is, the Case Magnum or Maximum, whichever one it is. Quad duals over there at the pig farm with the Nun slurry tankers, the dual Nun tankers. Probably gonna have we already have a stagger hooked up to the Howe slurry tanker, and we're probably gonna either have the 8430 duals on the manure spreader, or we're just gonna put the stagger on the manure spreader. But I prefer having two tractors running disc, so I'm probably gonna have this stagger hooked up to our other ripper, and the 8430 hooked up to the the manure spreader. So that is pretty much the game plan for now. Alright. Go ahead and refill this. Alright, let's see here. Sorry if you can hear something in the background. The house heater just kicked on, so the fan, you probably just heard it spinning around and revving up. Don't really know if that's what it's actually called. Oh, sweet. I forgot I had that guy going. Yeah. What is this? Magnum? Yeah, Magnum 380 hooked up to our dual Nun soy tankers. I guess we can go ahead and start it. And we need help in this GMC to get the axial flow 7020 or 7120 rather unloaded. Alright. Oh, also, something very exciting came out on Mod Hoster the other day. Now, I'm more excited for just one little thing in the pack that came out. Maybe some of you guys know what I'm talking about. But I have been looking for this for FS15 forever. Because I need it so bad. I really do. If you guys remember in Farming Simulator 2013, we had that little ball joint attacher for the forage harvesters called the Kaplunk. It allowed you to hook up to any trailer that the forage harvester didn't already hook up to. Well, it has made its way into Farming Simulator 15, Farm Sim 15, whatever you want to call it. And as soon as I can find the New Holland FR, whatever it is, like 90 or something, I don't know. As soon as I can find it, you know what? Just do it the old-fashioned way. It's right around here. It is right behind this. Let's go ahead and hop in it. And I'll show you all what I'm talking about. So before, this has been my hook up to the back of the... This is my go-to trailer to hook up to the back of my forage harvester here. And obviously I need a trailer on the back when I'm doing the hay silage, because you can't hire a worker for the hay silage. So I mainly do it manually. And I prefer, I can actually go ahead and reset one of these for purposes of demonstration. There we are. I have two of these Miller chuck wagons, forage wagons, whatever you want to say. I know them as chuck wagons. So here's our little Kaplunk. Hooks right to the back of the forage harvester. Very nice. Just like it did in FS13. And now I can finally hook up to my chuck wagon. Very nice. So excited for this. I am. So let me show you. First of all, let me show you what this Kaplunk actually came with. It came in a silage blade pack for a map that came out on Mod Hoster called Central California Valley, I believe is the name of it. It is not under here. It is under, I think there's some under feeding technology. So here's the silage. It's basically a bunch of silage work stuff, like silage weights, a blade, a front weight, and another front weight. So that's what it came with. Then in MISC, this is really cool because this Kaplunk can hook up to the front of a Steiger. So you hook this to the front of your Steiger, your case Steiger, or your New Holland articulating dual tractor, whatever those are called. Then you hook, so you hook this to this Steiger. Then you hook this to this, and this is a 3-point hitch with PTO. So you're basically giving the Steiger a front PTO linkage. Then you can go ahead and with your stagger, where is it? Hook up to a silage blade, because you do need a 3-point hitch for this. So that's what it is for. But I'm going to be using it for this, because that's what I want to use. And in my opinion, giants should already be able to hook up to any trailer. So this combine or forage harvester should already be able to hook up to this. I shouldn't need to have this mod, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and get this girl filled up. She also needs refueling too, so. Alright. Now we need the 8430 dual wheel tractor. Oops. Meant to stop there. So whenever I'm timing through, I just unload that guy into the BGA. Works out pretty well. And I have no idea where this 8430 is. There he is. So my plan for planting the sugar beets is right before the growth stage, before the wheat is ready to harvest. I'm going to plant the soybeans and potatoes. And did I say soybeans? I mean sugar beets. So sugar beets are going to go in that field. I'm not going to plant anything in that field. What is it? 11, just because that that manure texture on it that I can't get rid of. I've tried. Is still on there. It really irritates me. I don't know why. It really shouldn't irritate me, but it does. So I mean, whatever. I still have to edit these wheels on this tractor, because as of right now there are wither wheels on it, which typically I don't mind, but they wither wheel the grass. Come on now, you don't wither wheel grass. I went on a rant about it in Farming Simulator 13 too, because a lot of tractors have wheels that trample grass. You don't do that. It's just not a thing that happens. It's just not. I've expressed my feelings about wither wheels and how they are not too realistic, in my opinion. The idea and concept is realistic, but the execution of it really isn't realistic. So, and that's just because in my area, combines back into their fields to put their headers on, and they see little to no loss in crops when they do so. So I mean, like, yeah, it tramples the crop, yeah, but you can just hit it with the header. What you do is, if say you're looking at a plant and the plant is leaning towards the left, you take the combine and basically go against the grain. So if it's falling left, you want to come from the left side of the said crop. That way the crop will get pushed up and then fed into the harvester. There's no loss. Little to no loss. At least that's what I hear from to a couple farmers in my area. Alright. Go ahead and hook up to this girl. Now, pardon my French, but I had to make this joke. This is a pretty shitty episode, if you ask me. There's a lot of shit being flung around. Well, will be flung around. Shut up. It was good at once. The joke was good. So we are actually running low on solid manure. We actually only have one load left. Yikes. We have a lot of slurry though, so we can always just slurry all the fields. Just the solid manure is ideal. Why did I do that? Where is the sawmill? It's down here, right? Yeah. There's the bucket. And there's the loader. There we are. Oh, I had a loader here. I didn't even know that. Oh well. So that's where most of the money came from, by the way. I had this front loader and bucket down at the sawmill because there was a great demand, 2 times the price, on wood chips, and I had about 150,000 liters of wood chips. So I sold it all. All of our wood chips are now gone and made us all this money. Made us a good, I'd say a good $400,000, $400,000 or $600,000 off of wood chips. So and that's just from. That's not just like chop the tree down and chop it all up. That's me, as you saw in the speed up, just picking smaller segments of trees off of the forwarder when I'm loading up the log truck. I pick off the smaller ones and chip them up. That's how I've always done it, really. Just because I like to have both. I like to have both wood chips and logs. So the smaller logs I would just chip up. That way, for instances like this, where I just get huge, great demands for wood chips, I can just easily go on down and sell them. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, calm down now. Calm down now. So what are y'all's thoughts on the new California Central Valley map? I don't know if I like it. So from what I've seen and what I've tinkered with, it seems like a silage map, like heavily based with silage work. So I don't know how I feel about it. Really do not know how I feel about it. I don't know. What is the full level on this tractor? We are at 80%. So yeah, this is probably going to be all the manure we have. So what we'll do is we'll put it down on one of our smaller fields. Is what we do. We'll put it on one of our smaller fields. That way, I know I hope I have enough for the smaller field. And it's also going to go ahead and be a sugar beet or potato field. So. This will actually be interesting because I never did potatoes or sugar beet with soil mod on. So it'll be interesting to see what the yield is. Lag. Okay. Float our side back up. And this will probably be the last thing we do. And we're stuck on the ramp, of course. Because this episode is already half hour long, which is a bit longer than I normally prefer to have it, but since this is really the first thing we're actually doing this episode, like all the rest of the episode was just getting stuff off the field and getting ready to spread manure and whatnot, and of course me rambling about random stuff. But that's a Redneck Gamer episode. If you watch one of my episodes, then don't expect a bunch of rambling. And you probably should, well, let's just say you should expect it. And I am lagging a lot here. And it's just the game, because the recording isn't really lagging. Actually, it is not lagging. It's still going strong at 30 FPS. So it's pretty much the game, not my computer. My Skype just went off. I apologize. Probably scared a bunch of you. I will go ahead and check that. Put me on offline. There we are. Alright, sorry about that. Oops, I had my brake on. So we are gonna put it on this field right over here. Get our GPS up. Oop, where you going? Now, I can't remember what I was doing last with this charger, so I'll just go ahead and make a new course. Reset the offset. Alright. There we are. Everything is good. Just putting it right down on top of the soybean straw. Oop, squeaky chair, squeaky chair. I need some PB Blaster or WD-40. In my opinion, PB Blaster works better. So yeah. I also went ahead and put some slurry on the neighbor's pasture. I figured since he's been letting us collect the grass off of it, I figured I'd go ahead and spread some slurry on it, keep it in good shape for him, in case he ever decides to go ahead and turn it over and farm it for himself. But from what I understand, he's just a horse farmer and he has plenty of hay. He actually farms it over right around these mountains here, so it's pretty good on hay, he is. And I like to turn before the end of the field. I don't get the field 100% covered, but but I don't really have to worry about going off the sides of it. So, and for the most part, this technique gets most of the field covered, so I can't complain. And you know, something I realized is, this may not seem all that interesting to you, but to me it kind of does. Whenever I record and I'm near all this chopped straw, it doesn't look so good on the recording. And I'm sure that's just the way it is. It's one of those things, like, it may not seem dark on the screen, but in the recording it'll be really dark. Just one of the wonders, I guess you can say, of recording. Just one of those wonderful wonders of recording. So yeah. I also got a new planter, by the way. Probably saw it on the way here. Bought the Great Plains. Oh, what is it? I'll show it to y'all. Probably did be doing a mod spotlight on this, because it is a pretty good planter. It's just the Great Plains. Alright. But it's 12-meter planter, plants all the fruits and whatnot. So, pretty awesome. So now we have that 12-meter planter, and we have the big old case air seeder, which I believe is 12 or 15 meters. So yeah, it definitely speeds along the whatchamacallit, the planting process. Because I'll actually show you what I've done with it. One thing, I went ahead and turned 16 over to grass. I believe we're gonna. I think we're gonna bring 9, because 2 is still relatively a new grass field. So I think we're going to bring 9 back to a normal field. Just plow around the trees that we have painted there. So yeah, I think that's the game plan. And 35 minutes. I think it's time to call it an episode because I have a lot of slurry and manure spreading to do, which can get pretty boring after a while. So next episode I will try my best to show me plowing all this under and maybe do a little slurry on camera. I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed. Until next time, I'm Gamer and see you all in the next video.